Hey there, it's Megan here, and I'm back with another Dollar Tree Christmas DIY video for 2019, and these are all brand new. I got 6 of these bad boys to share with you, but the cool thing is, 2 of these are like my all-time favorite, and I feel like you know which ones they are, and you're gonna like them too, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say which ones yet. By the way, if you like this video, will you give me a thumbs up? I always forget to ask that, and YouTube likes it, but hey, if you hate this video, guess what? YouTube made a thumbs down button, so use that too. This first DIY is super easy, but it looks really expensive. Just pick up 2 of the candy cane wreaths from the Dollar Tree and some Dollar Tree garland. You only need 1 loop or pack of garland per letter. The first one is the easiest part. Just wrap your garland around there and fluff it to hide the wires. The second one I struggled with slightly. I've seen other people cut the wire from the wreath forms with wire cutters and scissors, and that didn't work out for me, so I just bent it back and forth. You do what you gotta do, it doesn't matter. After that, attach your broken pieces to make a Y with hot glue or really whatever you wanna use. The only difference with the Y and the J, I highly recommend wrapping the garland around the pieces you just glued together, but everything else is the same, just wrap it up. So we have our J and our Y. Now you can totally use a Dollar Tree wreath form and another piece of garland, but I just picked up this wreath, 20 inches, $2.88 from Walmart. Now check this out. Here's my inspiration. These Mama Jammas wanted $120 for this. Yeah, sure, I won't pay that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I love the way this turned out. And of course, you can add a bow or personalize it, decorate it however you want to. I'm not there yet, still too early to decorate. But here it is with some fairy lights. And then these are the little LED outdoor lights. Cannot wait to put it outside, although I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it or exactly how yet. For the next DIY, just pick yourself up some of these reindeer cutouts. And I highly recommend scrubbing the glitter off. This stuff comes off pretty easily. Just soak it in a sink with some hot soapy water, scrub it off with a scrub brush. Cut off the antlers and set those aside. We'll use those later. Next, Mod Podge. Paint all over your reindeer. And at this point, you can really use whatever fabric or scrap paper you want. I'm using the red buffalo check from Walmart, 1 yard, $3.98. And after these DIYs, I still have a lot of fabric left over. Press your fabric down and then cut out the little hoof area. Hoofs. Somebody correct me. Not immediately after you put the fabric or paper on. I don't know, I waited about 10 minutes, go back, just use a box cutter and cut away the excess fabric. And that's enough really to make more DIYs. Then we're going to reapply the antlers. I cut this off for 2 reasons. 1, I thought it'd be easier to apply the fabric. And 2, I really didn't like the placement of the antlers. I felt like they were too high up on the head. It looked like a crown. I used a little duct tape and hot glue. Duct tape always helps hold when hot gluing plastic. And then another layer of Mod Podge just for extra protection. A little bag of the smallest bells that Dollar Tree carries, and I'm using this decorative ribbon from Dollar General for $2. You need the smallest bit, but once again, hey, you can totally personalize this. Use whatever ribbon or fabric you want to use. Cut it in half, made a tiny little bow, and I hot glued that around the reindeer's neck, along with another burlap ribbon I cut up. And I think this burlap ribbon was from Dollar Tree. Glued it around the neck, and then just glued the smallest piece across that. What's great about this DIY though, is you can seriously customize it. You know, give the reindeer a scarf or put a wreath around his neck, whatever you want to do. I'm just in love with how this actually turned out. You know, sometimes your vision and reality doesn't match up. In this case, totally happy with how the DIY turned out. Now, over the summer, Dollar Tree sold the bamboo skewers. They may or may not have them anymore, and that's okay. I'm sure Walmart does, and they'll probably be in the clearance, or you can just use little dowel rods. Cut mine in half, because I'm actually making 2 reindeers. So one at 12 inches, one at 20 inches, wrap that bad boy up with twine. Then I save jars. So this is a salsa jar on the border. A little bit of hot glue and floral foam, the smallest piece, is totally optional, but it really helps your stick stay up straight without having to wait for the hot glue to dry. Now, Dollar Tree sells rocks, or Mother Nature does give them away for free. You just gotta walk outside and snatch some up. So that's what I did, but you can definitely use Dollar Tree's rocks or something heavy to weight it down. Take yourself some scrap fabric, tie it around, use some twine, string, whatever you have on hand, and then hot glue the stick to the back of the deer. Duct tape it so it stays in place. And here's what it looks like. Listen, I am in love with these reindeer. Like I said, I made 2. This is my all-time, or maybe not, like definitely top 10 favorite DIYs for Christmas ever. And you know what sucks? I have no clue where I'm gonna put these. I'm thinking by the Christmas tree. I have them by the fireplace right now just to show y'all, but other things go there. So maybe on the steps, I don't know. What do you think? I definitely think that this is something that would be like a Hobby Lobby for a stupid $25 or something though. For the next DIY look, all you need are these 3 canvas panels, 4x6, Dollar Tree sells them 3 for $1. Print out your favorite music or the music I'm using. I have it linked below and they're all free printables. Trace it out and cut them down to size. Brew some really strong coffee, like I like my coffee strong, but I wouldn't drink this coffee. Wad up the paper, throw it in the coffee, let it sit for, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes, not very long. Pull them out, let them dry. A little bit of glue stick, and then 2 little dabs of hot glue. Use some twine, string, whatever you have on hand. That's how you're gonna hang your ornaments. And remember how I said I wrinkled it up? I really like the wrinkled, aged look. So that's totally a preference though. Wrap some more twine, smooth it out. I'm using what I have on hand. I've had these Walmart 97-cent picks forever, but you can seriously use whatever you have. I only pulled off the smallest piece, cut it up, leftover bells from the last DIY, some berries, probably from last year, hot glued them, and I did it a little bit different for all 3. So the Joy to the World I did on the side, and then Jingle Bells I did on the opposite side. Noel I did in the middle, but not totally digging this one. I kind of like off to the side better. And we are on to the next one. Dollar Tree little mini Jenga blocks. Now listen, if you can't find them, they may be hiding from you. The box itself is smaller than my hand. All right, like seriously, I didn't believe these were the Jenga blocks when I first saw them that like I saw everyone use on YouTube. Anyways, gel super glue, dry time 10 minutes, throw it in the same pot of coffee. I didn't brew a new one or anything. Left it there for 20 minutes. And if you're curious, here's the difference between regular and then coffee stained. One of these DIY pack of stickers, and I'm using what I have on hand, which is Rust-Oleum chalk paints, white matte spray paint, but you can use whatever you have on hand really, just to keep the cost down. And then just glue it onto your little planks. Use some string, twine, also whatever you have on hand, and voila, super easy, super cute ornaments. I think these look really rustic. I love the way they look, and I also think it'd be cute for the kids to do. So I'm gonna go back and get another pack of Jenga blocks because I actually had these Jenga pieces left over. Next, one of these smaller size willow wreaths from Dollar Tree. And I threw it in the same coffee. Now it's not in the same tin because the wreath was too big. Soaked it for 20 minutes, and here's the difference of non-stained and coffee stained. I'm definitely gonna experiment with the coffee staining more. All right, one of Dollar Tree's gold bells, same white spray paint because I had that on hand. Let that dry, stringed it with some twine, and then just tied it around the top of the wreath because I wanted it to be like hanging freely, not restricted by glue or anything. Using the same $2 Dollar General ribbon, just tied a bow. Side note, my neighbor, I swear to God, has been mowing and weed eating for 2 hours, so if you hear him in the background, forgive me. Anyways, one of the Dollar Tree's picks, and I just picked off the pine cones, a few little berries, hot glued them to my liking. Boom, it's done. This was really easy and a really cute wreath, in my opinion. A little bit different from your typical Christmas wreath. I'm making 2 of these, or I made 2 of these to put on some French doors. And I like how they're smaller. They're not, I don't know. I just like the way it looks. Totally different, totally cute in my book. For the next DIY, all you need are 2 of these beware signs, some type of popsicle stick. I got these at Walmart last year, a long time ago, and I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. I've waited another 30 minutes to try to do this voiceover, and my neighbor is still mowing or weed eating, so hey, it is what it is. I love life. All right, next. I don't know if this part was totally necessary. In my mind it was. I just filled the holes with hot glue on the flip side, which is now our front side. Added a boatload of Mod Podge and painted all over the sign. And the next step is another one of those preference things. I'm using some of the scrap fabric from the other DIY, and actually it's not scrap, I have a lot left over. Flip it over and then glue it to the back, kind of like you're doing a janky job of covering a chair cushion or something. More Mod Podge on the top. Now these stencils are Waverly stencils from Walmart, less than $5. If you are a crafter or you make a lot of DIYs, I really do think it's a good deal. The letters are about 4.5 inches tall, so decent size. Using a regular old chalk paint pen, Sharpie brand, filled in my letters, and I like to fill in the gaps. I know everyone doesn't, but totally personal preference, so you do you. Now check this out. Over the summer, I got this Never Wet Rust-Oleum sealant at Dollar Tree. 2 of these cans for $1. I've used it a few times. It works wonders. That's what I sealed my sign with, but you can definitely use whatever. To finish this off, some rope. The rest of that pick I used on the wreath. Found a rogue pine cone. This thing's done. I love the way this turns out. You can't see where we connected the 2 signs. Use fabric, that's the key. On top of that, I want to prove to you that this is weather resistant. Look, I just hosed this sign down. You see water dripping off? I'm not lying here. Hosed it down and it's good to go. And you can see like little water drops, totally repelling it. In love with how this turned out. If you're into Dollar Tree DIYs or Christmas DIYs, I have my 2019 Christmas playlist. Forgive me, I've been talking a lot. Started to the left or to the right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time, friend.